What's up guys, Gary7 here and welcome to episode 2 of Job Showcase on Grand Theft Auto Online. This here episode is featuring some death matches and some racing. The first match here we've got is a team death match called Biker Caf Takeover. Obviously this is done at the Biker Caf up near Palito Bay and near Fort Sancuda. It's got grenades, obviously for the explosive action here. We've got ARs, AP pistol and a couple of sniper rifles thrown in as well. There's spots as well where you can snipe from, and then there's lots of cover around the outside and in the middle. But yeah, overall it's a really good death match. Seems really well balanced. Best played, obviously, with full teams, even teams as well. Makes it obviously a lot better. As well as obviously the weapons around. There's also some armor and health. But overall, yeah, I think it's a really good death match. I like the way, obviously, it utilises the roofs as well as the road and the car park. And the weapons that are in here are good. They're not overpowered. Obviously, we've got a pump shotgun, the automatic rifle, the AR pistol, and just a standard sniper rifle. So obviously you can get up onto some of the hill bits and snipe if you need to, but that does leave you open because there's no cover up there. As you can see here, I'm sniping up here. Managed to get one shot there on Chris, but then Nathan comes over, starts shooting me. I've got no cover really. Trying to shoot back. I managed to get one of the kills and then get taken out myself. But yeah, overall really well balanced deathmatch. The spawn points seem to work really well. The weapons again weren't overpowered, really well worked. It's a mid-sized map, so the weapons again are really good for that. And obviously using the bushes and stuff will work really well if you're using first person and free aim. Obviously we play on auto aim, but still works really well. And yeah, overall really good deathmatch. What I'm going to do now guys is I'm going to speed up the gameplay and then let you see the rest of it. Let me know in the comments below what you think as well of this deathmatch. And obviously the link for this deathmatch will be job 1 in the descriptions below, where you can check out in the social club, bookmark it and play it yourself. Anyway guys, I'll leave you with the gameplay now and I'm back again in a minute. Right guys, so here we are with job 2, which is called Death Race 2015. This here is a GTA race down at the docks, designed by James Nash. Again, this is a really good race, raced in multiple vehicles. Obviously this time we've done it in the sedans. Plenty of weapons or rockets around. Obviously best done again with friends, where you've got the rules of using no sticky bombs and proxies. But this bit here is really good, where you've got this nice jump over the containers. The ramps are absolutely perfect, work really well. If you do mess up the ramp, there is a part underneath where you can still get around. But what I'll do is I'm going to show you obviously a whole lap and then cut down to the best bits. But my opinion on this is it's a really good race, very well balanced GTA race. Great fun as well, especially having the spanners around, so if you do get some damage you can repair yourself. The explosive containers around as well are really good. If people are in the right place at the right time, you can blow them up, which looks really cool. This part of the bridge here is awesome. If you do miss up the jump, you can go underneath, which makes it absolutely chaotic after a few laps when people will be going in opposite directions, and there's a lot of carnage involved. Obviously at the moment I'm out in front, so it's not too bad, but then as you'll see in a bit, it gets a lot worse, and I end up actually coming last in this race overall, even though on the first lap I was winning. So this tunnel bit here gets chaos after you've had like a lap or two, when you've got people going up the ramp. If you go across it, that's when you get a lot more of the chaos and a lot more of the carnage and the explosions. So yeah, here we are approaching the jump from the other side, and as you can see, it's been really well made. The jump works really good. Obviously you don't hit it there, but obviously it's designed for muscle cars really, where you make it because it's slightly faster, but even if you don't make it, you can spin and get going. But then as you can see, that's when you can cause the carnage and get blown up. And obviously all the exploded cars underneath cause way more carnage and chaos because of the fact they're in the way, and you've got to try and get a manoeuvre around them, and that is when you end up going slower and get blown up. But what I'll do now guys, I'm going to quickly speed this up, show the best bits, and then I'll link it again in the description below, and I'll be back again in a second. Right guys, so here we are on to job 3, which is called Defense of Woodbury. The description for this is guns and ammo in short supplies to make every shot count. A small map utilising the rooftops and streets around Woodbury. Overall, this is a really good deathmatch. Again, the weapons used in this are brilliant. You've got the small pistol here. I think there's an AR, a sniper rifle, some grenades, Molotov, and some shotguns around the map. Plenty of cover as well to move around in. Obviously, as you can see, I've got DJ here. For some reason, it didn't lock onto him, but there you go, got the headshot hero after all. But yeah, using the cover works really well, making sure you roll around, as I don't do that very often. But yeah, it's a really good deathmatch. The cover is perfect. There's just enough of it around, not too much of it, but there's enough of it so that you can use it when you need to, yet still run around the map really well. Obviously the ladders and then the props used so you can get up on top of the roofs, again, it's really good. It does leave you open to being shot, but then again that's a good thing because otherwise people would just go up and down all the time. And the good weapons obviously all over the map. You've got obviously some grenades up on the rooftops, sniper rifle and the assault rifles at the end of the roads in the fort, or the sand forts, these bits here. But yeah, overall a really good deathmatch. The spawn points are really good as well. Best done with balanced teams, and again obviously set to teams always works best for deathmatches in my opinion. But yeah, really good deathmatch. What I'll do is I'll speed up the rest of the gameplay, and then I'll be back again in a minute. Right guys, here we are on to job 3 of this episode. This here is a point-to-point race called Swamp Thing. This here is designed for the Brawler. As you can see, it's the only car you can use in this. So you start off up on the highway here, jumping down off the cliff edge, down to the beach, so you can then drive along the swamp around Fort Zancuda. Then after zigzagging around the swamp, driving through the water traps, you then got to drive up the river, up the waterfalls, to the big lake up in Blaine County. It's a really good race, it is made by myself. I do really enjoy it. I think the spawn points work really well. It's been thoroughly tested, and these vehicles seem to be able to go through anything. They can be fully submerged, and as long as you pull back on your left analog stick, the front end will rise and you'll be able to glide through the water. And anyway, yeah, like I said, it's a good fun race. You can do this on contact, but it'd probably be a lot more chaotic and a lot harder because people will be knocking each other out of the way. As you'll see here, if you do mess up and you spin out, you can still make it if you just make sure you keep your momentum going. And in a minute there's some massive water traps again that when you go through you just pull back on your analog stick, which is rise your front end up and lets you go through the water really nicely. And yeah, if you do have to respawn, the spawn points are set back further enough so you should be able to then make it the second attempt. The hardest part are the waterfalls, I'd say, which are coming up towards the end of the map. And sometimes the car will just die by itself if you've been in the water for too long. But then again, that's something that cannot be helped and it's just random. You'll see it in this race for me a couple of times. I'll be driving and then my car will just stop. However, when you go through the really deep bit of water in a minute, it seems to go through it fine, so you can be fully submerged and the car will work. Yet you go through the shallower bits and the car will just decide to stop working. But yeah, I think it's a really good race. It was thought of by myself and Pete182 when we were just randomly driving around one time in free roam. And we decided to see what we could do with these vehicles, as they are really good off-road. And we decided with this race to see what they would be able to do. So you've got rock crawling, you've got them going through deep water, through the swamp, and then yeah, overall I think it uses every aspect that the vehicle should be able to throw it. You should be able to throw at the vehicle, sorry. So you've got like deep water, you've got the big swampy areas, you've got the rocks, and then you've got to decide which is the best route to take. So it's not a straightforward race, you just follow one route. You can make it up as you go along. For example, here you could cut right now, or you can wait like I do and then go and try and straight line it to the checkpoint. So overall, I think it's a really good race, and the way it works is anybody can win it pretty much. As you'll see in a minute, coming up through these bits here, if you tip, it kind of ruins it and you have to respawn, but then you'll take it your second time and you'll make it, or you can crawl around the rocks like I did here. But if you do go up the waterfall, sorry, it does work really well. As you'll see in this bit here, you can keep going and then the car will just randomly, like I say there, it just dies by itself. But that's not anything to do with the race, that's just to do with the mechanics of the game, and it can't be helped, and it is completely random. So sometimes it will work first time, other times it won't. But personally, I think the race works really well the way you zigzag across the water, so you can't just stick on one side and cheat. You've got to make your way through the water traps. and utilise the abilities of this vehicle. But the description for this will be job 4 in the description below, so if you do like the look of this, make sure you go to the social club, bookmark the race, give it a test, and let me know what you think of the job in the comments below. Anyway guys, what I'll do now is I'll leave you the rest of this gameplay, and I'll be back again in a minute with the final job of this episode. Right guys, for the final job of this episode, we've got the job called Forget About It. This here is obviously a pun on the word forget about it. It's done at the Fort St. Cuda, obviously hence the name. It's another GTA race designed by myself. This is one of the ideas was from Pete182. He has a race extremely similar to this down at the airport, so I've adapted an idea of his and made my own race to complement that. But anyway guys, this is fun. There's 3 checkpoints. You've got one either end and one in the middle, up and down, so technically there's 4 per lap. But yeah, as you can see here, I get off to quite a bad start. Me and Harry get blown up straight away. Yet with this race, we still come through and win it. You can have a lap that lasts 30 seconds, or you can have a lap that takes 2 minutes. So it's absolutely crazy. Great fun, really good to do with a group of friends, again using the rules of no sticky bombs and no proximity mines, because that's just crap in my opinion. But yeah, as you'll see, it's extremely explosive. You've got the speed boost as well, so you've got the chance to utilise your speed instead of using bombs. But with it being on the airport, it's nice and flat, so you can fire rockets in front and behind, and they'll get somebody no doubt each time. But it's crazy, a lot of fun, and the more laps you do, the more chaos it is, because it just gets crazy. People going in opposite directions, you have your head-on crashes, loads of explosions, and a lot of fun. But anyway guys, again, this here will be job 5 in the description below, which is called Forget About It. Again, if you do like it, please make sure to go to the social club, bookmark it, give it a play, and then let me know in the comments below what you think of it. And again, if you do like this series and you've got any jobs you want me to start playing, leave a link in the description below with a brief description of it. What I'll do is I'll then bookmark it, test them out with me and the crew. Again, it might feature, and then yeah, so next week we're going to have jobs by different people, so it won't just be mine and James' jobs all the time. The only reason that it is the first 2 episodes was because that happened to be the jobs I had on hand at the time. So next week we'll probably have jobs by people like Barthy, Lewis, and other people like that from my crew. And then, like I say, if you do want to get involved, leave a comment in the description below with a link to your job on the social club, again for PS4. And then what I'll do is I'll try them out, and then I'll probably put it into one of these episodes. But anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to come back again soon for the next episode. It will again no doubt be a lot of fun as well. And again, in the description below, let me know what you think of each of these jobs, which job you think is the best. If you think any of the jobs need changing, again just let me know below. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.